Hello, today we're going to talk about the mental perception of our reality. I know it may sound complex, maybe too complex, but it's going to be an easy talk, a pleasant one. And the first thing that I want to start with is the most essential pillar of our perception, and that is what are we actually looking for? Our brains are designed to filter the reality that we live in based on several sub-filters, which can be the ones that we've learned since our childhood, the beliefs that we have, the convictions that we have, the objectives and aims that we actually set ourselves. And this is why it's essential to have an objective, to know what to look up for. Because when we do that, we're actually telling our brains, hello, I'm here and I need you to look for that. It may sound silly in the beginning, but let's put it this way. This whole room in which I'm right now has an infinite amount of stimuli. My brain cannot perceive all these stimuli because it will implode. So, in order for my brain to be able to exist in here, it needs to filter this reality, this room, out of this amount of stimuli. So my brain starts to filter this reality, this room, by colors, by smells, by different sensations, temperature that's inside the room, exactly how I trained it, how I trained my nervous system during my lifetime until this point. Because maybe you've seen people that come into the same room and some people say, what's this smell? And other people in the same room are having a total different experience than them. And they say like, what smell? I don't smell anything. Or for some people it might be a funny smell, and for others it might be something different. That's weird, right? And this usually happens because our brains, our brain areas that are specific to and that are specific and linked to several stimuli. It's how they process the information that comes inside of us. Pause. But this is for real. This is neuroscience. This is how our nervous system perceives the world that we live in through our senses. And our senses are like signals, as emotions are also signals that are triggered based on our senses. Because if you feel safe, you don't need to trigger panic or alert. But if you don't feel safe, if one of your senses, smelling, your mouth, your skin, your hearing, or your eyes, observe something that might not be okay, might not be familiar to your interval of what's safe, then alert might be triggered. So the brain areas that are linked to panic or fury or stress, like amygdala, or the cerebellum, or other brain areas that might get triggered, they also might trigger alert and stress. This is very important to understand, because when you know how your brain and how your nervous system works and how it links emotional associations, then that's amazing, because you basically know how your body perceives reality. Thank you.